Hello everybody. Welcome to Nehemiah African Projects. I'm your host, Dr. Farah, and today I want to put you on to something really powerful that's finally solving a really huge problem and headache in uh, the Africa shortlet market, but specifically for Nigeria. Um, if you've ever booked a shortlet stay apartment, you probably know what I'm talking about, specifically in Nigeria. Across the country, you already know the struggle. Sometimes there's fake photos, no verification, payment issues, and the platforms that just aren't built for our reality. So today, we are actually going to be able to show an opportunity here and connect you all with Nomad Homestays. I mentioned before in some of my videos, we've been kind of doing overall videos and information, but now we kind of want to get into the details of specific opportunities and what you can do. So as you can see on my screen, it does say Nigeria's first pre-verified property platform for shortlets and real estate. So on this platform, you can both list a property. Let's say if you just purchase a property, you want to do Airbnb, you can actually list your property here, or if you're looking to purchase real estate, you can also come here as well. So that's pretty cool about this opportunity, and that changes today. So Nomad Homestays is offering something different. What are they offering? They're offering pre-verified properties you can trust. It's one of the biggest problems in the shortlet space, and is showing up to a property that looks nothing like the photos. So Nomad Homestays is definitely on the hunt to try and fix that. So as you can see from the homepage, you could look up shortlets or you could look up properties for sale, which is great. You can choose by city, and again, this is all based on Nigeria. So these are the states that they're in: Lagos, Ogun, and a couple others there, and then the specific city or the property category. Are you looking for apartments, duplexes, so on and so forth, or just land itself? They actually have it on this site, so that's pretty unique um, for that. So here are a few examples for shortlets for rent. When they say shortlets, again, for those that are not familiar with that term, it just means for rent, um, short-term rentals, right? And so you can say here, so I'm here in Aja and Lakey, some beautiful properties, and they have the price there in Naira. So another thing about this, for those that maybe are originally from Nigeria, this is a prime opportunity, especially for you, but for anyone really. But they do accept payment in Naira, so not necessarily in USD. Um, which make it easier to transact for those that have, bank accounts and things of that nature there. So we're just going to click on one here. As you can see, this looks like a 3-bedroom apartment, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Nomad Homestays is legit, folks. They got pre-verified properties on here, so what you see is definitely what you get. Some really gorgeous photos here. We're just kind of going through a couple of them, as you can see, really clean and neat. Will definitely meet or exceed your expectations, so that you're not getting any surprises, once you arrive there, which is just like the worst thing. Nobody likes that kind of experience. So they put the price there, 350,000 naira. And then, they got typical description of what you can get here, kind of similar to, I guess you could say, Airbnb or Booking.com. So the cool thing about this again is not only if you are looking for properties to rent, but if you yourself have just acquired a property, Nomad Homestays is definitely a very viable option for you to work with them as a local partner. Again, I always stress partnering with local partners and on the ground and developers who really know what's going on. And so Nomad Homestays is definitely one of them, folks. You definitely want to check them out. Again, They also have land in terms of real estate, which is really cool. So we were just clicking on the shortlets earlier, and so they got a whole map showing you what they got in certain areas. So 5 over here and 2 over here. I'm gonna click here and see what's going on. I think this is closer to the Lakey. They got 5 active properties. So you can buy land here, guys. You can buy land. This is all pre-verified opportunities that you can look into. And a lot of these will offer payment plans that have no interest involved, which is a fantastic opportunity. You don't have to deal with a mortgage, you don't have to deal with interest. Check this one out right on the beachfront. You know, somebody could do a lot with that kind of property. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, they size it out for you so you can see what you would be working with. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, and then you'd like put your information on there. So I want to go back to the property types and look at actually built properties, just to give you guys a different option and viewpoint. Okay, so they got some duplexes here, and these are all brand new developments, folks. So these are prime opportunities to definitely get involved. Look, this is a 2-bedroom bungalow. If you want something smaller, if you want a 4-bedroom, if you have a family, this is really, really appealing, guys. These are really great opportunities because one of the biggest problems, again, see the verified sign here. One of the biggest properties is, dealing with trusted sources. So, Nomad Homestays, we've done business with them. Fantastic group. What you see is what you get. They do their due diligence and they're on the ground for you guys. So I just definitely want to connect you all with this opportunity to check it out. They got some great things going on there. So this is a whole, 4-bedroom, 5-bath duplex. So that's pretty cool. And these are brand new developments in Ogun State. This one's going for 165 million naira. If I want to do a rough calculation, I don't have exact conversion for you here, but just to give you an idea, you're talking about probably about $114,000 USD for a 4-bedroom duplex. So, this is brand new compared to some of the real estate here in the US. Again, this is perfect for first time homeowners, small families, retirees. So if you're planning to maybe consider Nigeria to retire there, or just investors seeking steady rental income, this is prime opportunity, guys. And you can sign up for this without a mortgage, which is just I continue to emphasize that because it really is just a wonderful opportunity. It really is. So pre-verified properties that you're dealing with, you can trust this type of source. We do not promote anybody that we have not done business with or have not verified. So we want to give you guys good contacts. And so you can filter by verification status on there. You can pay in Naira or any US or any currency, including USD. So it makes it easier sometimes. If let's say if you've opened a bank account in the local country, it makes it a lot easier with this platform as compared to the leading platforms such as Airbnb or Booking.com. International guests can still pay in their own currency. That's if we're still talking about the shortlets, right? And this is really built for agents, excuse me, hosts and guests alike. So Nomad Homestays recognizes the unique ecosystem of, Nigerian shortlets, especially for the role of agents. So if you're an agent, you can also get your involved here with them. And that's really what you want, verified, trusted sources. You can have direct communication in WhatsApp. As you can see, they have you can call or you have the WhatsApp there is connected, which makes it very convenient, for wherever you are around the world. Just need internet connection and you can get directly in contact with them. So communication is always key, guys, if you're working